Hi, Toro fans. Kyler Clevin here to tell you hockey can be rough, and so can driving in North Dakota winter. If you have an accident, bring your car or truck to Minot's Finest Collision Center. Corey and his staff are clearly Minot's finest. Call them at 701-839-0989. Minot's Finest Collision Center. They are really Minot's finest.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hey, Toro fans. Ken Hoda here. Whether you need to insure your auto, home, or life, call the Miranda Schuler Farmers Agency at 838-8144. Or better yet, do what I do and stop in. They keep free candy on their desks.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
I guess I don't have to tell you that I've been unsatisfied with your performance lately. You're showing your age. I think I even see a bald spot. It's time for Tires Plus.
Tires Plus has the prescription to satisfy all your vehicle needs, from tires to repair. Stop settling for average performance. Trust your locally owned Tires Plus. Some common side effects may occur, such as family safety, feelings of happiness, strange smiles that last all day, free courtesy rides, and raccoon hands. Actually, that's not real. I was just checking to see if you're listening. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
The Job Connection brought to you by Classic Hits 1390 KRRZ.
Coulter Energy is hiring day supervisors, night operators, and field assistants. Must be able to pass a drug and alcohol test along with a physical. Must be able to work away from home in extended hours. Coulter Energy offers competitive wages, including drive time wage and non-taxable per diem, and benefits. Send resume to jobs@coulterenergy.ca or online at coulterenergy.com. Coulter Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
For info about this job and others, head to ClassicHits1390.com.
Toros fans, Toros goalie Ben Garrity here. You don't have to stop a 100-mile-an-hour slap shot to make big saves like me. Download Fan Saves, the free mobile app on Apple and Android, and save big bucks all around town at Toros Partners. Places like Mattress Firm, Two Dark Motorsports, Applebee's, Qdoba, and Magic City Hoagies all give you ways to save. So download FanSaves today and save money all around Minot just for being a Toro fan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hi Toro fans, Kyler Clevin here to tell you hockey can be rough, and so can driving in North Dakota winter. If you have an accident, bring your car or truck to Minot's Finest Collision Center. Corey and his staff are clearly Minot's finest. Call them at 701-839-0989. Minot's Finest Collision Center. They are really Minot's finest.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hey Toro fans, Ken Hoda here. Whether you need to insure your auto, home, or life, call the Miranda Schuler Farmers Agency at 838-8144. Or better yet, do what I do and stop in. They keep free candy on their desks.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Toros fans, Toros goalie Ben Garrity here. You don't have to stop 100-mile-an-hour slap shot to make big saves like me. Download FanSaves, the free mobile app on Apple and Android, and save big bucks all around town at Toros Partners. Places like Mattress Firm, Two Dark Motorsports, Applebee's, Qdoba, and Magic City Hoagies all give you ways to save. So download Fan Saves today and save money all around Minot just for being a Toro fan.
Hi, this is Dave Pankow from First International Bank and Trust. I'd like to wish all the local athletes good luck in the upcoming sports season. We want to thank all the coaches who give of their time, help mentor our students through their example of leadership, sportsmanship, character, and determination. Have a great season. From your family at First International. Hi, this is Dave Pankow from First International Bank and Trust. I'd like to wish all the local athletes good luck in the upcoming sports season. We want to thank all the coaches who give of their time, help mentor our students through their example of leadership, sportsmanship, character, and determination. Have a great season. From your family at First International Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Live first.
It's time for Minotauros hockey on the Toros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, and HockeyTV.com. Toros hockey is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Now let's go live to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show with Ken Oda.
Hello and welcome inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. Toros looking to bounce back against the Austin Bruins after dropping last night's game by a score of 7-5. It was a wild one. And despite the high score, you would think it would come with a lot of shots, but really there weren't. In fact, there was a long stretch in the middle of the game where the teams played 12 minutes and 51 seconds, and there was only one shot on goal combined. But when the teams were shooting, the pucks were going in. The Bruins jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Goals from Connor Milamuk at 4:41, Kevin Gabber at 5:55, and Adam Schubert at 12:05 of the first had the Bruins up 3-0. Dan Russell got his 7th of the season at 15:05 to have it 3-1 after one. But another 3-1 period in favor of the Bruins dug the Toros a big hole. Ben Almquist, 33 seconds into the second, made it 4-1. Dan Russell got the Toros back within 2 with his 2nd of the night, 8th of the season, at a minute 21 of the period. But Carson Riddle and Connor Milamuk scored 2 more, and it was 6-2 heading into the third. The Toros pushed back quickly. Kevin Ness at 2:49 and Armstrong Kincaid at 4:02 pulled the Toros back within 2. Joseph Mishak, however, hit the empty net. 17:23 of the period, only to have Armstrong Kincaid get another one, his 17th of the year at 18:08 to pull the Toros back within 2 with just under 2 minutes to play, but the Toros could not find any more offense, which really hasn't been a problem for the Toros this year. Offense, that is. Toros now the second-ranked offense in the league. 3.96 goals per game, so just about four goals a game for the Toros. That's second in the league. The problem is they're giving up 3.65 goals per game. That is 23rd in the 26-team North American Hockey League. So the Toros pretty much exclusively playing high-scoring games, and that is borne out when you look at some of the box scores. I think I mentioned it last night. 13-0-2 are the Toros when holding opponents to 3 goals or fewer. Problem is, this is game number 27 on the season, and the Toros have held opponents to 3 or fewer only 15 times in the first 26 games. That means 11 times the opponent has scored 4 or more goals in the game. And that's just not going to get the job done in the long term. Additional challenges tonight, aside from the Austin Bruins and the return of Dante Sheriff, who was suspended for spearing for last night's game, is the Toros will be playing tonight with just 11 forwards and 7 defensemen. Braden Bartu is sick and has already left the team. no point in getting the rest of the guys sick. So Bartu is gone. Clevin is in the USHL for the weekend, called up for games. And Sam Skinner, a late scratch. He was on the lineup card tonight, but apparently cannot go. So the Toros will be playing with 11 forwards and 7D. Tonight, due to, as I said, injury, illness, and the USHL call-up, and that really is just an unfortunate way the rosters work. Clevin taken from the Toros this weekend by the USHL's Tri-City, which is a good thing. We're happy to have players move on. The problem is, in order to retain his rights, the Toros have to keep him on the roster because the USHL team is just calling him up for a loan. They're not intending to keep Clevin, which means he stays on the Toros roster. So the Toros can't replace that roster spot. You add in a couple of injuries and illnesses like we have now, and suddenly the Toros don't have enough healthy bodies to put in the lineup and don't have any options as far as who they can replace bodies with. Something the league really needs to take a look at, as it happens every time this year as teams get ready for the World Junior Championships. Players get called up and moved on. Weekend loans like this happen quite a bit. The Bruins are in a similar situation with one of the Shouty boys, Travis Shouty is gone from the Bruins this weekend. But they're a little bit healthier, so they're able to at least dress a full lineup tonight, unlike the Toros. We will take a commercial break here on the Farmers Union pregame show. When we come back, we will hear from Toros head coach Marty Murray after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Power up your career with Gooseneck Implement, inviting you to join our team at any one of our 13 John Deere dealerships in North and South Dakota. Gooseneck is now hiring for all positions, especially technicians. At Gooseneck Implement, we take pride in our family culture and our commitment to always reinvesting in our employees and our hometowns. To apply for a great job and invest in your future, visit gooseneckimplement.com. Proud to be your John Deere dealer. Gooseneck Implement, the power behind the paint.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. Toros and Bruins getting ready to drop the puck in just a few minutes. We'll hear from Toros head coach Marty Murray while we wait.
Here with Toros head coach Marty Murray. Marty dug a big hole last night and just couldn't quite dig back out of it.
Yeah, obviously when you start down 3-0 on the road, it's not ideal. And, I think to take some positives out of it, I think we, didn't give up. We didn't roll over and made a little push there at the end. And we scored 5 goals, and 5 goals should be enough to win hockey games. And we had enough offensive chances. I think we scored 5. We hit 2 posts and a crossbar, missed a couple breakaways. So I'm not worried about the chances we're getting. It's what we're giving up. And I felt, again, that, the chances and goals we gave up were gifts we gave to them. And we just got to stop allowing teams to have it so easy on us.
He switched to Benny at the start of the third period. From up top, it didn't look like AJ, particularly played poorly. The numbers aren't great, but like you said, a lot of good grade A chances given up.
Yeah, and I told AJ that after the second period, this isn't on him, and I made sure the rest of the guys knew that too. It's, what we're giving up and just some senseless, needless opportunities that we give up, where we're in complete control of the puck, or, a couple one-on-ones that turn into a breakaway or 2-on-1s. We got to do a better job of helping our goalies. We can't expect them to stop those in those tight areas all the time. And, just felt, hey, let's get Benny in get him feeling good for tonight. And we wanted to make sure that AJ knew that it wasn't on him, though.
You mentioned getting Benny ready for tonight. This is always a tough game to get ready for. We've seen a lot of weird scores on this Saturday before Christmas break, both in our favor and against us. How hard is it to make sure that I guess tonight just 20 guys are focused and ready to go?
It's tough. Even I remember at the NHL level, going through that, it's I'm not going to say a flip of the coin because, us coaches don't want to go off that, but it is, one of those games where, if your mind's elsewhere, there's a lot of distractions this time of year. How am I getting home? Who's picking me up and all that? But it's kind of mind over matter. They're going through the same thing, and we're in a bit of a funk here. I think that's 3 out of 4 for us. We've lost here, so we got to get back to our winning ways. And our lineup's a little depleted tonight with illness and sickness. Illness and injury. So it's a good opportunity for some guys to step up, and we're going to need everybody. We can't afford to have any guys being passengers.
You mentioned how difficult it can be to focus and how are guys getting home. Do you think it helps at all to be the road team in this situation, or is it a little bit easier if you're the home team and you don't have the extra travel?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know if there's an advantage or a disadvantage of being on the road. We have a lot of locals from the Minnesota areas that'll go home right after the game with their parents tonight or fly out of Minneapolis. So convenience-wise, this is a pretty good setup. We just got to make sure we take care of business on the ice.
Injury and illness, definitely a problem, as you mentioned. Skinner's out, Bartu's out, plus I think Clevin is gone in the USHL. Being down a guy already after 3 games now this week, do you worry about fatigue at all?
Well, we have nothing to save it for. The guys have, 12 days off or whatever it is. So there's nothing to save it for. We can leave it all on the ice, but we'll try to mix it up so it's not the same guys jumping in, especially for that 12th forward spot and making sure we're not overworking guys. We have a lot of guys that can play a variety of positions. So I think that helps us in these scenarios where they can move from position to position. And then sometimes, as a player, as a competitor, you get those extra chances on the ice. It feels good to get more puck touches, and sometimes that can really elevate your game.
Have you thought about moving any of the defensemen up at all to fill that 12th forward spot?
We talked about it a little bit. We do have 7D tonight. I know Couette's played a little bit of forward with his days with the Wilderness, and that's a possibility. So we might see him move up a little bit, but we, like what he does on the back end too. So, Baumgartner's pretty skilled. We might give a couple guys looks, but we'll probably start with just 11 forwards and shuffle some guys in there and see how it goes, and then we'll make those adjustments as the game goes on.
Last thing before I let you go, any big plans for the Christmas break for yourself?
Not really, no. Be nice to spend some time with family and friends and maybe do a few things around the house that I haven't probably got done in the last year. But other than that, just going up to the in-laws up in Mulhall for probably a couple days, and then up to my folks in Manitoba for a couple days. So when you throw those things into the equation, it goes pretty quick, but it's always a nice time to spend with family.
All right, I'll let you go. Get ready. Thanks.
Thanks, Ken.
Once again, that's Toros head coach Marty Murray. That'll do it for the Farmers Union pregame show. When we come back, we'll drop the puck right here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toro fans. Kyler Clevin here to tell you hockey can be rough, and so can driving in North Dakota winter. If you have an accident, bring your car or truck to Minot's Finest Collision Center. Corey and his staff are clearly Minot's finest. Call them at 701-839-0989. Minot's Finest Collision Center. They are really Minot's finest.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can as we get you ready for Toros and Austin Bruins. Toros wearing the traveling red sweaters, red socks. Black buckets, breezers, and gloves for the men from the Magic City. Cream trim, black numbers, cream names. Bruins in their home white sweaters and socks, black buckets, breezers, and gloves. Toros will be working right to left on your computer monitor or radio dial, depending on how you are tuned into the Minotauros network. Puck is dropped. Bruins control, and we are underway. Bruins forced a block all the way into their own zone. Turning with it is Almquist. He works it ahead to Tillman. Tillman rolls it deep. Garrity out of his net, tries to play it in behind. He does. The Toros just barely keep it away from Milema. That pass up ice is off the mark, and Coet gets rocked on the far side. Toros are ahead anyways, though. Westland's shot bounces to the side of the net. Buchholz can't free it up. And the Bruins control behind their own net. Sheriff starts up ice. Chips it deep into the zone, looks to chase it down himself. Sheriff trying to work it to the front. It's broken up. Kroll finds it first. Kroll finds Immonen. Immonen to Stibbe. Stibbe carries over the red and chips over the blue. It'll ring around to the near side corner. Rush keeps it away from Armstrong Kincaid. Stibbe steps in, tries to free it up. But it's Riddle who controls. Taken away from him and then given right back by Immonen. Dumped in. Garrity stops it there for Baumgartner. Baumgartner flushed out from behind the net quickly by Riddle. He'll try the far side. He's poked off Baumgartner's stick and banked ahead along the far side. Armstrong Kincaid takes over. He throws a pass towards Immonen, who was headed for a change, so let it go by. Meanwhile, the Bruins throw it towards the Toros end. Bjorgi couldn't get there, and Garrity broke it up. A dangerous-looking play. But nonetheless, no harm, no foul. Bruins hold all the way back behind their own net now. Schubert has it taken away. Ness, one-time try, fought off by Brett Miller. Puck squirts free to the near side wall. Mishak's met there. They dig along the boards. Played 2 minutes and 17 seconds without a whistle here. At the start, still scoreless. Shots on goal, one aside as Garrity flicks this dump in along to the near side wall. It's forced out to neutral where Shields gathers. He was +4 last night with Shields. There's a shot blocked up and out of play for whistle. 17:23 left to go here in period number 1. We are interactive on the Minotauros network. Tweet at the team at Minotauro Hockey, MINOTAUROHOCKEY. Tweet at me personally at Ken_Oda, KEN_ODA. Or if you're not the tweeting type, you can email me, Koda, KODA, at MinotaurosHockey.com. Bruins control the draw, but it misses the defenseman and rings all the way down in their own zone. Shields on his horse to get that. Throws one into the middle of the ice. Milemuk has it broken up. Hansen can't find the handle. Now he takes it away. The Toros throw it to the open side. Immonen. He gets the first shift with this line. It's down a forward. It's Dallin Hansen and then a question mark. This is chopped ahead for the Bruins. Milamuk into the zone. He had 2 last night. Tries a shot save made by Garrity, who then gets the glove over the top. Hungry Hippo style for a whistle. 16:46 left to go here in period number 1. Toros and Bruins still scoreless. The Lakefields, Meckleys, and Van Hoves checking in from the Van Hove basement, where I'm sure there's nothing but good food on tap. The Myers are checking in. The Coonrods as well. Glad to have you all aboard here on the last Saturday before the Christmas break. Focus doesn't seem to be an issue early. Meanwhile, Tyrion Shouty stepped into. That frees it up for Baumgartner. He banks across. Charchenko's pass up ice is broken up and flicked deep into the Toro zone again. Charchenko leaves it in the corner for Baumgartner. Baumgartner quickly flushed out by Sheriff. Speeds ahead, does Baumgartner, then comes to the near side and Russell. Russell back into the middle. And the Toros had a nice play on. I actually lost the puck, but they just couldn't pull the trigger at the end of it. The Bowers checking in. There's a pass tipped by Russell, but Sheriff still finds it. Sheriff looking to bull his way to the front. Garrity shut it down with help from Krull. Krull now escapes from behind the net, flicks one ahead. Russell pokes it. He was well short of center, and that will go for an icing on the whistle. 940 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Toros and Bruins still scoreless. Shots on goal are even at 2 aside. Draw to the right of Benny. One back by the Bruins. Long shot blocked out front. Charchenko. Bouncing puck. Almquist plays it back. There's a stick lost in the corner. It looks like it belongs to Charchenko. Puck out to the point. Toros can't clear it. Charchenko still working without a stick. Garrity makes a save and more importantly holds on to allow his defenseman to retrieve the lumber and the Toros to get a change after that icing. Icings, of course, are always brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. The Carbos checking in from Blaine, Minnesota at the Super Rink, watching a couple of their former billets. Draw to the right of Garrity. One into the corner. Tyrion Shouty plays it back to the point. I guess with Travis Shouty gone, I don't have to identify which Shouty it is. Force of habit, however. This is ahead for Armstrong Kincaid. Carries over the red and the blue, then gets ridden off in the corner. Starting up ice is Riddle. Riddle carries into the zone, then comes across for Shields. Shot goes wide. Stibbe couldn't stop the rebound off the boards, and now a shot from Sheriff is blocked. I promise I won't sing. Anyways, that dump in was sticked in behind by Miller. Miller on the season 2-1-0 against the Toros, a 3.59 goals against average, an 8.71 save percentage against the Toros. On the year, Miller is 8-2-1 with a 2.70 and 9.10. That was offside, and the whistle does go eventually. That'll give a chance to give you Garrity's numbers. Benny, 11-6-2 on the season, a 3.24 goals against average and 9.03 save percentage. Against the Bruins, he's been a touch better, 1-0 and a 2.90 and a 9.09. Draw will be in neutral ice. Bruins control back into their own zone. Puck thrown ahead along the near wall. Solis touches back. Petola tries the far side. It's touched deep into the zone by Peyton Hart. Charchenko banks ahead. Pulled down is Ness. Delayed call coming. Toros look across for Coet. Coet steps into one. That shot's blocked. Coet touches it deep, and on the touch, the whistle goes. Toros will get the game's first power play. On the season, the Toros power play 18th in the league, 14.6%, which really is something when you consider the Toros have the second-ranked offense and the 18th-ranked power play. They're doing all their damage at evens. The Bruins, meanwhile, on the kill, 10th in the league, 81.4%. This team could score on the power play as much as they score at evens. They're putting up 5 goals a game. Russell overskates that, and the puck is cleared. Baumgartner and Jacobs after it. Baumgartner gets tripped up, and if this game was even strength, that would have been called, I think. Bruins take that away and ring it the length. The Owen family watching from Raleigh. The Bakovens from Minot. Laurel and Brett Hyatt from Minot as well. Pass across, misses the target, and that'll allow Mishak to gather it in. He throws it up the middle, and Baumgartner has it neutral. He goes across for Buchholz. Buchholz in the middle for Russell. Russell has it poked free. The Toros still control. The pass back to the point misses the target. The Toros have to retreat and retrieve. It really is something. This team's so good offensively until you take one defender off the ice. Imminent into the zone. Pass for O'Connell, misses him and banks out to neutral. OC leaves for Stibbe. Stibbe speeds ahead. Stibbe into the zone, trying to split the defense. Support comes from Armstrong Kincaid. Shot save made. Stibbe plays it back to the point. Coet down the wall. It comes back to him. He looks across and finds Imminent. Imminent shot. Block out front. Swept along the wall. Imminent back up top for Coet. Walks to the middle. Wires. That one's blocked. And it caroms out to neutral. That tapping you hear was Ben Garrity with a goal paddle, letting his mates know the Bruin penalty was about to expire. We're back to evens. 11:22 left to go here in period number 1. Game still scoreless. Shots on goal now 4-4. No icing on that, so the Bruins have to play. It's guided around to the near side for Sheriff. Sheriff has it poked off his stick. Puck lays free in neutral. Eventually found by Hansen. He gives to Dahlin. Dahlin back in the middle for Hansen. Rush steps into him, and it rolls on net for a Hungry Hungry Hippo style cover by Brett Miller.
All right, fans, I do see Austin Youth Hockey walking through the stands with those
655 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Toros and Bruins scoreless. Koopman's checking in from back in the Magic City.
but you get an arm sling for $20. That's a lot of tickets, so help them out. The winner at this game last year walked away with over $800 in the 50-50 raffle, so it's going to be a big one. So participate.
Draw will be
All your Christmas shopping is taken care of.
to the right of Miller. Toros control. Peterson chops it down the wall. Worked out for Shields. And that is an offside play. And a whistle. 10:44 left to go here. In period number 1, still no score. Argindegi now out there between Dahlin and Hansen. Flicked ahead now to neutral. Instead it comes across though for Jacobs. He fires one high and wide. Peterson uses the glass to bank that out to neutral, and Anderson will pick it up at his own blue line. Looks across the ice, finds Shields. Shields dumps it into the zone. Garrity stops it there. Leaves for Bjorgi. Bjorgi gives to JoJo. Argindegi touches ahead. And it's rolled deep by Westland. Russell couldn't stop that. Flicked out to neutral. Bjorgi gloves down and looks across for Westland. Westland had a step. Good recovery by Mishak, and then he puts Westland down hard. He'll dig by the Zamdor. Westland tripped down, and that'll get called. 4-man crew tonight, so you won't get away with some of that stuff. The closer official was in the process of turning, so he didn't see the trip. The second referee did. Charles Van Kula is the referee who made the call. Jared Cummings and Jacob Paw are the linesmen. Don't have a fourth referee name. So, it's Dan Cummings. No, it's Chisholm. I'm blanking on his first name. Toros control. Baumgartner walks in. Shot. That goes up and over.
2 minutes for tripping and time of the penalty 10-17 of the first period.
They dig on the near wall. Westland out with it. It comes across. Having to kick to the stick was Buchholz. That allowed Miller time to get across. Good crowd here in the Spam Can tonight. Youth hockey tournament in town, including Willie Wagner's team. Shane Wagner's, Toros assistant coach's son, played earlier today, plays again tomorrow. All the teams are here tonight for this one. Baumgartner mishandles and the Toros have to regroup. Toros mishandle there. Baumgartner finds it. Baumgartner speeds into the zone. Puts it across for Buchholz. Back up for Baumgartner, who's having a rough shift. Sauce across for Russell. Russell in. Gives to Westland. Westland turns it back towards Russell at the hash marks. Chops it in behind the net. Buchholz has it there. Leaves it back in behind again. Petola plays to the near side. Toros tie it up. Can they keep the zone? They cannot. 48 seconds left on the power play as Garrity stops that. What do we got? An injured Bruin in the corner. So, we'll take him off. He's going right to the locker room. 8:28, a palindrome on the clock, and Connor Tillman, Rockford, Illinois product, goes straight back to the Bruin dressing room. 46 seconds left on the Toro power play. Toro's arguing that the draw should be in their zone, or in the offensive zone. So the draw instead will be just outside the Toro zone.
Coming up also right after Chuck-a-Puck, our second Hormel Hometown Hero awardee is coming up. A lot going on, second edition.
Toros control. Stibbe speeds ahead. Gains the line, has it swept off his stick and hacked just out to neutral. Armstrong Kincaid poked at the line. Almquist with it, gets rocked. Immonen into the zone, comes across for Armstrong Kincaid. Armstrong Kincaid drops it, and the Toros will set up with just 15 seconds left on the power play. They lose the handle, and it's cleared out to neutral. Toros back on the attack quickly. Shot that goes wide. It checks up behind the net. Armstrong Kincaid working there. Toros Throw it to the far wall. Toros have 4 forwards out. The Bruins come full strength. Backdoor play. Stibbe couldn't settle it down and shoot quick enough. Coet, the only defenseman on the ice, kept it in the offensive zone. The Toros go back for a change. Meanwhile, they get caught in that change. Sheriff cuts in, shot blocked, and then Sheriff gets bumped down by Peterson. O'Connell finds this puck, looks to carry it out. Wins a battle against Sheriff. Then Shields dumps OC down. Puck run around to the near side. Sheriff, watched by Crawley, plays back to the point in Petola. Kept it for Riddle. Thrown down low. They work on the far side. Sheriff takes a run at Krull. And the Toros answer right back. Long shot, that's blocked into the corner. .6:16 to play. Petola turning through neutral. Into the zone. Bjorgi fell down. Shot save made, and the rebound cleaned up nicely by Wasberg. He flicked it out to neutral. Dahlin speeds ahead. Almquist and Dahlin joust, and Almquist wins the battle. Put in front. Westland gets spun down. Puck's ahead for Quinn. Quinn carries into the corner. Looks to center. One-time try goes wide. Rebound to the near side. Big hit there. Puck back to the point. That missed everyone, and the Toros will get a change. 5:38 left to go. Bruins holding behind their net. Up the near side, taken away by the Toros, but Rush picks off that centering feed. Puck rolls into the Toro zone. Charchenko has to play. He uses the net as a screen. The Toros will try the far side. Westland. Westland up ice. Russell missed that, and it goes for an icing. The draw will be to the right of Garrity. 4:52 left to play here in period number 1. Riddle and Buchholz on the draw. A pair of 27s go nose to nose. Bruins win it. Shields down to the half wall and Sheriff. Sheriff lost the handle. It's ahead for Russell. Russell works it out to neutral. Buchholz into the zone. Tries to roll it deep. Big hit on the near side by Shields, who then takes a swing at Russell. Shields has Russell really, I don't know what he's taken exception to with Russell. Getting a talking to from the referee is Shields. Meanwhile, the Bruins are on the attack. Sheriff, shot blocked. Bouncing puck on the far side. And Russell's going to go. So they let Shields just abuse Russell in the corner. They talk to Shields, give him a warning. And then Russell gives one bump and gets sent to the box. With exactly 4 minutes left to go in period number 1. The Toros will spend the next 2 minutes shorthanded, barring goals or further infractions. Toros 11th in the league on the kill, 81.3. The Bruins 17.8 on the power play are 18th. Battle behind the Toro net.
Number 14, Dan Russell. 2 minutes for checking from behind. For Minot, 14, Russell. 2 minutes for checking from behind. Time of that penalty.
Down low.
16 minutes of
To the hash marks and Almquist on the near side wall. Almquist sauces it back to the point and Shields. Shields should get an assist on that power play, or on that penalty. Just the way he picked on Russell in the corner got Russell frustrated and probably led to him taking that. Shields holding in his own zone. Goes across to Almquist. Almquist in. Chips it around to the near side. Hargindigi's the first to it. He'll look to speed out of the zone. Trying to find Ness was JoJo. His pass is broken up. Almquist looking to attack quickly. The Toros have numbers back. Shot, that goes wide. Almquist fell down as he took that shot. Follow-up try by Jacobs goes wide as well. Tyrion Shouty has it on the far point. Shot through some traffic. Garrity able to gobble it up anyways. And hold on for a whistle. .45 seconds left to go here on the power play. 2:44 left to go here in period number 1. Still scoreless in the Spam Can. Shouty and Hargindigi on the draw to the right of Garrity. That's his blocker side. Sheriff at the near point. Gives it up. They play across to the far side. Sheriff pinching down the near wall, but instead it's carried in behind. They crisscross behind the net. Centering feed. And Garrity somehow covers that up. And there's a delayed call coming. Will they call the extra push at the end by Milamuk? They're calling a hook on Westland. So 31 seconds of 5-on-3. Ness, Coet, and Charchenko, the trio to try and kill this 31-second 5-on-3. They're going to warn Almquist. Bruins still control the draw. Sheriff touches back to Shields. Shields. And they'll drop it down to Almquist now. Almquist skates up top. Almquist, long shot saved through traffic by Garrity. Down low, Milamuk brings it out front. Quick shot, Garrity going side to side. Has an answer for Shields. Draw will be to the right of Garrity. Ness on the draw again, just 8 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Toros win it, hammered around to the near side, but it won't get out. Shields pinches down the wall. Almquist. They leave it for Shields. Shot, save made, rebound given to the far side. Toros now just down 1. Minute 19 left on that power play. Shields in the corner, tries to bring it out front. The Toros take it away. Ness carries out, flicks it down into the corner. Miller holds it there. 90 seconds left in the period. Minute left on the power play for the Bruins. O'Connell bumps Sheriff. He's forced to turn. Now Sheriff will try the far side. Kroll escorts him into the corner, but it's played up top to Shields. Comes across one-timer. Save made. Rebound into the corner. Sheriff wins it and plays up top for Shields. Gets it right back to Sheriff. Looks across. It's tipped and then hammered home. Milamuk. He was not the intended recipient of that pass. as the pass was broken up, it laid loose in the slot, and Milamuk hammers it home. One minute left to go here in period number one. Toros trail the Bruins 1-0. Near side, Jacobs turns it over. Pass up the middle, finds Immonen. Immonen leaves for Stibbe. Stibbe back into the middle for Immonen. Immonen left it too long for Armstrong Kincaid. They joust in the corner. Armstrong Kincaid and Stibbe there for the Toros. 34 seconds left. Immonen throws it in front. Peterson hammers it. Save made. The Toros take it away, but it's out to neutral. 24 seconds left as it's dumped back in. Around to the near side, Almquist. Almquist stepped in too. Buchholz couldn't get it to the net. The Bruins send this puck down the ice, and it goes for an icing. So the Bruins won't be allowed to change. Just 10 seconds left in the period. Draw will be to the right of Miller. Bruins had 7 players on the ice. That's the reason for the delay. Coet with a long shot. That caroms off traffic into the near corner. 5 seconds left. And the horn sounds to end the period. So we're through 20. The Toros trail 1-0. We will take a commercial break, come back with the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hey, Toro fans. Ken Hoda here. Whether you need to insure your auto, home, or life, call the Miranda Schuler Farmers Agency at 838-8144. Or better yet, do what I do and stop in. They keep free candy on their desks.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
I guess I don't have to tell you that I've been unsatisfied with your performance lately. You're showing your age. I think I even see a bald spot. It's time for Tires Plus.
Tires Plus has the prescription to satisfy all your vehicle needs, from tires to repair. Stop settling for average performance. Trust your locally owned Tires Plus. Some common side effects may occur, such as family safety, feelings of happiness, strange smiles that last all day, free courtesy rides, and raccoon hands. Actually, that's not real. I was just checking to see if you're listening. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. You've got the Minotauros Network. Joining me now On the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report, assistant coach Shane Wagner. Wags, is Willie out there for this?
Willie is. Yeah, he's black.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
Black number 2 wearing the bubble there. So keep an eye out for when he's up. I'll probably go silent for a sec.
So, all in all, a pretty decent first period until the late penalty kills. I thought, did Russell say anything? I thought it was a pretty rough call on him after he got worked over in the corner, putting a headlock by Shields, and then he, up the wall later in the shift, he retaliates a little bit, but I don't know that that's really a fair call for him.
No, I mean, no ill mean by Russell. He's 140 pounds, and he's going to knock a guy down like that, and they're going to call that when you have a skilled forward that's as crafty as him. Like he makes his money out of the corners, and if a guy's going to grab him, wrap him up, and throw him down, that needs to be called. Otherwise, it's kind of tough to play.
Here goes Willie. We'll let you take a look at this.
Yeah, he sometimes struggles on these, as we see. Yeah.
There we go. So back to the game at hand. Overall, shots were not great that period, either 12-6, but I think a lot of those came late on those power plays. A 5-on-3 is just a tough situation, especially late in the period.
Yeah, it was, and for me, it comes down to if you're going to call that a hook, and I didn't even see what he was calling. I think we were all kind of curious to see what happened, but I think right after the goal, we made a push down there, and I think it might have been Stevie in front of the net, and there was 2 guys draped all over him. And I know it's easy for us to push the stop button on the replay, but the refs got to see them hugging them and pulling these guys down.
Yeah. What do you think of the 2-ref system? Last night we just had the 1 ref and 2 linesmen. Tonight, 2 refs, 2 linesmen. Do you as a coaching staff have a preference for?
I prefer maybe 1 ref just so he's out of the way less, where these guys, the ref we had last night must have had more body hits than some of our guys had on just kicking the pucks loose. But I do know from not from the ref standpoint, but I have heard that switching from 1 to 2 refs is hard on them. But sometimes I always wonder if they feel like if the other guy didn't call it, they're not going to call it, or if it becomes a contest to see who's calling what.
I do think it helped us with the second power play of the game down in that corner. The close official was turning to get out of the way and had his back to it, and the guy in the neutral zone made the call. So I think sometimes it'll help, but I don't know that it justifies the extra guy on the ice.
Absolutely, and I think it is. I give him, I will give him credit. It is not easy getting out of the way and being out there, but at the same time, for me, it's if you're going to call a scoring chance away from one side, you got to make sure you call it on the other end. And for me, sometimes I feel like since we already had 2 power plays, the next 2 go to them, and it just kind of feels like that at times.
But aside from that, how were you happy with the response from the Toros after last night's really bad first period?
I would like to still see. I would say that's now 7 periods where we kind of are one and done in the O-zone. And we're getting glimpses where we're a little better. But I want to see us start finishing these chances. Like you said, the shots were 12-6, and I would have, if I would have, I thought they would have been more even, like 10-12 or something. But it's just those 1 shots, and they're coming right back down. We just got to get better on that forecheck there and keep it consistent.
All right, I'll let you go get ready for period number 2. Thanks for popping up.
Thanks, Ken.
Again, that's Toros assistant coach Shane Wagner. We will take another commercial break. When we come back, we'll run you through all the numbers right here on the Minotauros Network.
The Job Connection brought to you by Classic Hits 1390 KRRZ.
Coulter Energy is hiring day supervisors, night operators, and field assistants. Must be able to pass a drug and alcohol test along with a physical. Must be able to work away from home in extended hours. Coulter Energy offers competitive wages, including drive time wage and non-taxable per diem, and benefits. Send resume to jobs@coulterenergy.ca or online at coulterenergy.com. Coulter Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
For info about this job and others, head to ClassicHits1390.com.
Toros fans, Toros goalie Ben Garrity here. You don't have to stop 100-mile-an-hour slap shot to make big saves like me. Download Fan Saves, the free mobile app on Apple and Android, and save big bucks all around town at Toros Partners. Places like Mattress Firm, Two Dark Motorsports, Applebee's, Qdoba, and Magic City Hoagies all give you ways to save. So download Fan Saves today and save money all around Minot just for being a Toro fan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena, where the Toros trail the Austin Bruins by a score of 1-0. Connor Milamuk, his 5th of the season, 3rd of the weekend from Sheriff, his 20th helper. It came on the power play, 18:58 into period number 1. Toros were shorthanded for a long time. Penalties called 16:01 on Russell for checking from behind and 17:31 on Westland. So at that point, the Toros had been shorthanded for almost a solid 2.5 minutes, almost 3 full minutes. As the first call came at 16:01, the goal came at 18:58. The goal came at 18:58, so apologies. Welcome in those of you just joining us on AM 1390 KRZ and joining us in progress. Toros trail 1-0 here in the first intermission. Milamuk at 18:58. As I was starting to say, the initial penalty on Russell came at 16:01, the second call at 17:31. So at that point, the Toros had been shorthanded for almost 3 solid minutes, including 30 seconds of 5-on-3. That's the only goal in this one. Let's take a look around the rest of the hockey world. It took overtime, but the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights topped the Jamestown Rebels 3-2. Maryland Black Bears 2-0 over the Maine Nordiques. That's through 2 periods, I believe. Also through 2, the Johnstown Tomahawks 3-1 over the New Jersey Titans. Kenai and Springfield are deuces late in the second. End of 1, the Amarillo Bulls host the Ice Wolves and lead them 1-0. Janesville trails Fairbanks at home 1-0. Topeka 1-0 over Odessa. That one is through 1. Start of the second in Chippewa. The Steel have a 2-0 lead on the Minnesota Magicians. The Minnesota Wilderness a 3-0 lead on St. Cloud. That one through 1. Coakley, Herder, and Shearer, the goals for the Wilderness. Aberdeen a 2-0 lead on the Bobcats on the Bobcat Teddy Bear Toss night. And Lone Star has a 3-0 lead on Shreveport through 1. Looking at the college hockey board, Niagara and AIC finishing a scoreless draw through overtime. West Point a 4-0 win over Robert Morris. Notre Dame leads Penn State 2-0. That one is Actually, a 3-0 final now as I refresh the page. Omaha, a 3-2 lead on St. Cloud State early in the third. Not yet underway. Denver at Colorado College. WCHA action, Northern Michigan 4. Minnesota State Mankato 1. Looking to see if, yep, there is Grant Loven with an assist and Luke Volton with an assist. So both Toro alum in that one find their way onto the score sheet. Lake State and Bowling Green are even at 1 aside through 2. Eric Dopp in net for Bowling Green. Ferris State 1-0 lead on Alabama Huntsville. That one's mid-second. Non-conference games, Dartmouth falls to Northeastern 6-4. Clarkson 4-2 over Michigan Tech. Let's see if David Reisenen, he did not draw into the lineup tonight. And Arizona State, a 3-2 lead on Michigan State. That one is with about 15 minutes left to go in the third. Johnny Walker not finding his way onto the score sheet yet for Arizona State, though he is +1. Looking at the NHL scoreboard, Dallas leads Nashville 4-1. That one's in the third. In the second, the Leafs, the 2-0 lead on the Oilers. The Wild, a 3-1 lead on the Flyers. The Red Wings, a 1-0 lead on the Canadiens. Caps and Lightning are even at aces starting the third. End of 2, the Bruins have a 3-0 lead on the Panthers. The Kings and Penguins are tied at 2. Blake Lizotte not the goal scorer on either. Trying to see if he has any assists. He does. Blake Lizotte has his 9th assist on a goal for the Kings in that one. Again, 2-2 through 2. 1-1 through 1. The Devils and Coyotes, Blackhawks and Blues are scoreless after 1. Canucks at Sharks not yet underway. Game's already final. Sens top the Jackets 4-3 in overtime. 3-2 Islanders over the Sabres in overtime. It took a shootout, but the Ducks get a 4-3 win on the Rangers. And the Hurricanes win 4-0 over the Calgary Flames.
Your scoring summary in the first period. Scoring at 18:50.
Once again here, it is 1-0. The Bruins lead the Toros, the only goal coming on the power play. Connor Milemuck is 3rd of the weekend, 5th of the season from Dante Sheriff at 18:58 of the period. That'll do it for the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. When we come back, we will drop the puck on period number 2 right here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi Toro fans, Kyler Clevin here to tell you hockey can be rough, and so can driving in North Dakota winter. If you have an accident, bring your car or truck to Minot's Finest Collision Center. Corey and his staff are clearly Minot's Finest. Call them at 701-839-0989. Minot's Finest Collision Center. They are really Minot's Finest.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hey Toro fans, Ken Oda here. Whether you need to insure your auto, home, or life, call the Miranda Schuler Farmers Agency at 838-8144. Or better yet, do what I do and stop in. They keep free candy on their desks.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place. You can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Toros fans, Toros goalie Ben Garrity here. You don't have to stop 100-mile-an-hour slap shot to make big saves like me. Download Fan Saves, the free mobile app on Apple and Android, and save big bucks all around town at Toros Partners. Places like Mattress Firm, Two Dark Motorsports, Applebee's, Qdoba, and Magic City Hoagies all give you ways to save. So download Fan Saves today and save money all around Minot just for being a Toro fan.
Hi, this is Dave Pankow from First International Bank and Trust. I'd like to wish all the local athletes good luck in the upcoming sports season. We want to thank all the coaches who give of their time, help mentor our students through their example of leadership, sportsmanship, character, and determination. Have a great season. From your family at First International Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Live first.
Power up your career with Gooseneck Implement, inviting you to join our team at any one of our 13 John Deere dealerships in North and South Dakota. Gooseneck is now hiring for all positions, especially technicians. At Gooseneck Implement, we take pride in our family culture and our commitment to always reinvesting in our employees and our hometowns. To apply for a great job and invest in your future, visit gooseneckimplement.com. Proud to be your John Deere dealer. Gooseneck Implement, the power behind the paint.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Welcome back. Inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota, home of Hormel Foods Spam Factory. Let me tell you, when you come here in the spring, you know it. Anyways, the Toros trail 1-0. Thanks to a late power play goal. Toros now working left to right on your computer monitor or radio dial, depending on how you are tuned into the Minotauros network. AM 1390 KRRZ or hockeytv.com. Not sure what the delay was there. The Bruins wanted to talk to the officials. I don't know what could have happened during the intermission that required a call, but either way, Toros try to start up the near side. It's just a bit long for Russell. Buchholz can't glove that down. And then a pair of Toros run into each other. Westland keeps his feet and possession. Far side, fanning on the pass is Russell, and he has to just poke it deep into the Bruin zone. Shields is on it there. He'll come across. Here come the Bruins. Mishak starts ahead. Cross corner dump by Hart. Toros start up ice. Russell dumps it down into the offensive zone. Westland over skates. The puck is out on the near side. Charchenko moves it up the wall, pokes it free from Riddle as well, but Shields is there as support and gathers at the red line. Looks to attack, does Shields. Pass ahead is off the mark. The Bruins turn it right back into the Toros zone. Baumgartner forced to turn, comes back across to the near side. And gets it back. He looks up ice and finds Stibbe. Stibbe gains the line with speed, but then has the puck poked free by by Sheriff. Near side rush. Stepped into by Stibbe. That frees it up for Krull. Krull looks across for Baumgartner. Baumgartner up ice. That missed Armstrong Kincaid, and it goes for an icing. 18:20 left to go here in period number 1. Period number 2. It still says period number 1 on the scoreboard, but I know that to be false. Draw to the left of Garrity. Off the Minot's Finest Collision Center icing. Thrown ahead on the far wall. Anderson keeps it. Plays it down low. Krull digs it out and carries ahead. Krull had 2 assists last night. Immonen gains the line. Now he tries to pull his way to the front. Tries to tuck it up high and then almost catches the Bruins unaware as he threw it back in front. Armstrong Kincaid digging down low. Stibbe there as well. They dig in the corner. Eventually the Bruins come out of the whole scrum with it. And then throw it down the ice. Will this go far enough for icing? It will. And Krull wins the race. Scoreboard still says first period. But it is 17:26 left in the second, with the Bruins leading 1-0. Draw to the right of Miller. Toros control. Peterson banks it down low for Ness. Ness tied up there. O'Connell wins it from behind the net. Carries out along the near wall. Tried to work it back to the point, but it took Bjorky out to neutral. Toros dump it back in. Pitola and Hargindegi come together. Thrown to the far side and Quinn. Ness getting interfered with, trying to get over there. And now it's ahead. Almquist for Quinn. Shot save made by Garrity. No rebound given. So Garrity passes his first test of the period. I just, 2 stoppages in a row, I looked at the scoreboard, said first period. So now the draw goes to the left of Garrity. Shot coming from the point. That's blocked out front by Peterson. Hansen guides it around to the near side. Up top, Mishak sweeps across. Shot coming. That blockered away. Mishak keeps it. Toros step into him, and now Hansen gives to Armstrong Kincaid. Armstrong Kincaid into the zone on the far side. Puck just wasn't keeping up with him. I don't know if the ice is soft. It's warmer in here today than it was yesterday, which isn't exactly saying much. As that long pass will miss Armstrong Kincaid, and Pitola wins the race for the icing. 16:03 left to go here in period number 2. Draw controlled by the Bruins, then shot wide into the near side corner. Toss back around to the far side. Dahlin hacks at it. Sheriff keeps it at the point. Long shot off the post for Sheriff. Blocker save for Garrity on that one. And now they dig along the near side wall. They battle along the Bruin bench. Pass across to the far side. Schubert can't hold it as Dahlin hacks at the length. Doesn't go far enough for icing. A quick up, read well by Wasberg. And now Buchholz chips it deep. Awkward collision there as Buchholz fell down. He's had trouble staying on his skates this weekend. Puck rolled deep. Westland has it taken away by Sheriff. And then carries all the way back out to neutral. Leaves it for Shields. Into the zone. Garrity out of his net. Stops it there. Baumgartner one-hands it ahead for Westland. Westland back for Baumgartner. Baumgartner cuts in. Wires. That one goes wide and in behind. Baumgartner for Westland. Westland with a shot save made. Rebound given to the far side, but Charchenko, who was cheating towards the middle, couldn't hold it at the far wall. Charchenko dumps it right back in. Miller out of his net to stop it. Puck thrown to the far side. Stibbe coming on. Can't free it up. And the Bruins ice this puck. So the draw goes back down into the Austin zone. 14-11 left to go in period number 2. Toros trail 1-0. Draw to the right of Miller. Draw one back by the Toros. Quick shot through traffic goes wide into the near side corner. Stibbe trying to free it up. Instead, it's along the wall and out to neutral. Let's go for another icing. It will. So the Bruins remain trapped in their own zone. Icing's, of course, much more dangerous in buildings like this one or St. Cloud or Bismarck, where the penalty boxes are on the bench side. In the second period, that's a much longer change. So instead of having to get to the red line, you have to essentially get to the offensive blue line just to get off the ice. Now a long shot that goes wide, checks up and behind. Toros working down low, centering feed off the mark, but Krull keeps it up high. Krull looking for a lane. Now he thinks he has one. Save made. Turned back towards the net by Armstrong Kincaid. It ends up in behind. Touch to the far side. Peterson keeps it. Plays for Stibbe. Stibbe comes across for Krull. Krull looking in the middle. It's blocked. It comes back to him. Krull shot. Save made. And now the Bruins finally get a change. Draw will be to the left of Miller with a palindrome on the clock. 13:31 left to play. Toros control the draw. Krull through traffic. Shot save made. Almquist finds it and throws to Miley-Mook on the near wall. Harkindige steps into him and pins the much larger forward to the wall. And then JoJo gets hit hard in the corner. Ness there as well. Ness trying to work out to OC, but it's cut off. Almquist looking up ice. Finds Quinn. Quinn into the zone, drops a pass for Mylimuk. Mylimuk flipped it into the near side corner. Bruins are to it first. Back to the point in Mishak. Mishak throws it down the wall. It squirts to the front where Garrity gets the stick down and the glove, I should say, on top. 12:53 left to go here in period number 2. Draw to the right of Garrity, controlled by the Toros. Wasberg flicks ahead for Hansen. Hansen gives to Dahlin. Dahlin into the zone. He came across for Wasberg. It was taken away. Thrown back the other way. Tyrion Shouty hits the brakes, tries a shot. Garrity makes the save and gets the cover. .12:36 left to go here in the second. And now Garrity coming over to the bench. It looks like he's got an equipment malfunction. So we'll take a short time out. So we have no idea how long this is going.
We're going to take this time as our Corgis Live timeout. Corgis is proud to be the
Or not. Looks like Benny's already ready to go.
Stop by Corgis Live before Bruins home games for great food and drink specials.
So whatever the equipment issue was, it was easily repaired.
Starting at 9 p.m. You can also stop out to our official post-game destination. That's the Bakery Lounge. 2-for-1 drinks with your Bruins tickets. After every Austin Bruins home game, it's the Bakery Lounge, the official
Or is he wearing...
destination of the Austin Bruins.
I think he might actually be wearing AJ's mask while AJ works on his mask. Or AJ works on Garrity's mask, I should say. Either way, Stibbe controls and carries ahead. Leaves for Hansen. Hansen, shot, that's blocked by traffic. Played ahead on the near side. Stibbe looking to walk in. Has it poked free and out to neutral. Charchenko rolls it deep. Stibbe after it. Shields has in the near corner. Gets past Hansen. And Riddle fires one into the glove, and now Benny will cover as Jacobs pursues. This one getting a little chippy. 11:41 left to play here in period number 2. Draw will be to the right of Garrity. They're still working on Benny's bucket. Near side, Charchenko rings it to the far side. Russell looks it to Buchholz, who finds Westland, tries to tip it into the zone, does Westy, but it's caught up. And Mishak skates, and then it comes up and out of play for a whistle. .11:21 left to go here in period number 2. Toros still trail the Bruins 2-1. Draw in front of the Toro bench. Kicked into the zone by the Toros. And Buchholz gets hooked. And the Toros will go to the power play. And now someone just took a swing at someone in the Toros bench. That was Kevin Gabber. And then Coet takes a run at him. That's got to be more. That's got to be more on Gabber. And it's almost too bad Coet got there before the linesman. There would be a full 2-minute 5-on-3 for the Toros. Instead, it'll be 5-on-4 or 4-on-3. Trying to see what's going to come out of this. The Toros will have the power play. Penalty comes at 8:47. A 2-minute hook. And a rough on Gabber. And then Coet, as that gets thrown up and out of play, right off the draw. And then a 2-minute rough on Coet. Draw will be in neutral this time. Immonen wins it back. Stibbe, pressured by Almquist, gets help from Baumgartner.
Number 2, Adam Schubert. 2 minutes for hooking.
Thrown to the far side. Armstrong Kincaid gains the line, delays, and then comes across for Stibbe. Shot off the crossbar. Baumgartner comes across for Immonen. Toros will set it up. Up top, Baumgartner. Far side, Stibbe. Armstrong Kincaid. Looking backdoor, the pass is tipped. He still works it across for Stibbe. Back in behind Armstrong Kincaid. Comes to Immonen. Immonen from the hash marks on the near side. Lays it back to the point in Baumgartner. Baumgartner. Back to Armstrong Kincaid. Quickly touches down below the goal line for Immonen. Back to Armstrong Kincaid in the circle. Shot, it's in! Armstrong Kincaid rifles one over the glove hand. And we're all even up. Make that number 18. For Armstrong Kincaid, Immonen and Baumgartner should have the helpers. And it comes on the power play. OC has it poked free, and now the play goes the other way. Sheriff cutting across, and Garrity gets the leg pad down. Argindegi finds the puck, carries into the zone on the far side. It's poked away from him. O'Connell flicks it down the wall for Ness. Ness goes back up top for Baumgartner. He's forced out. Thrown down low, Garrity. Guides over to the far side. Shot from a tough angle, stopped by Garrity. Rebound around to the near side. Shields looks off, long shot, save made by Garrity. Rebound in the slot. Garrity makes another stop. Now it's just hoisted out to neutral. What an absolute rocket by Armstrong Kincaid. Now it's taken away by Westland. Westland in for Buchholz. Shot it wide. Up top, Yorgi gives to Peterson. Peterson with a shot that's gloved and held for a whistle. 8:55 left to go in period number 2. We've got our media timeout. We'll take 1-2. When we come back, we'll have the rest of period number 2 right here on the Minotauros Network.
Power up your career with Gooseneck Implement, inviting you to join our team at any one of our 13 John Deere dealerships in North and South Dakota. Gooseneck is now hiring for all positions, especially technicians. At Gooseneck Implement, we take pride in our family culture and our commitment to always reinvesting in our employees and our hometowns. To apply for a great job and invest in your future, visit gooseneckimplement.com. Proud to be your John Deere dealer. Gooseneck Implement, the power behind the paint.
You ready? Let's go.
Welcome back inside the Riverside Arena. The Spam Can in Austin, Minnesota, home of Hormel Food Spam Factory and the Spam Museum. Toros and Bruins with a power play goal apiece. Have this game tied at 1-1. The Bruins came late in the first. Toros came off the stick of Armstrong Kincaid moments ago. Buchholz on the draw in the offensive zone for the Toros. No one able to find a handle. Finally, Peterson pokes down the wall. Still no one's really gained possession. Eventually, Westland comes out of the scrum with it. Tries a shot. It's gloved and held. That was headed wide anyways. So, 8:42 left to play here in period number 2. Armstrong Kincaid, his 18th of the season. That puts him on pace for 40. The record in a single season for the Toros is 30 by Miroslav Mucha a couple of seasons ago. Puck pops up high in the air. Riddle gloves down to the stick. Mishak forced backwards. Toros getting more aggressive on the forecheck as the evening goes on. Riddle dumps it cross corner. Player falls behind the net. And eventually the Toros come out with it. That was banked off the mark, and it'll go for an icing. 8:03 left to go in period number 2. Toros and Bruins even at 1-1. The Lawrences are on board. Let us know you're listening or watching. Tweet at the team at Minotauros Hockey. Or at me personally at Ken_Oda. And again, you can always email as well. Just dumped in on the far side. Garrity stops it. That's broken up. And Bjorgi's going to have to turn back. He banks around to the near side in Westland. Westland looks for help from Peterson. Peterson sweeps across for Bjorgi again. Bjorgi turns it over into the middle of the ice. It's cleaned up by Peterson, but Sheriff is still lurking. Toros play to the far side. Russell just hoists that out. Won't go far enough for icing. Schubert will have to play. Toros trying to scurry a change after that icing. Jojo bumped into his own guy. Toros trying to gain possession in their own zone. And again, they just kick one out to neutral. Schubert with it there. We're under 7 minutes to play here in the second. Tie game. Garrity out of his net, guides it back along to the near side. Bjorgi banks across. Milamuk throws it to the front. Pass for Gabber was behind him. Argindegi. Far side, kicked for Argindegi. He couldn't go tack to tape, but he ends up winning a battle only for a moment to have it kicked free. Gabber ahead for Almquist, who gets put down hard by Wasberg, drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Almquist poked free by Argindegi. JoJo pokes it up the wall. Pass for Rush is broken up. He chases it down on the near wall, looks in behind. It gets through Hargindegi to Sheriff. Riddle, shot blocked. It comes back to him though. Riddle looking for Lane. He's forced in behind. Up top, Mishak. Rolled deep. Sheriff finds it in the far corner. Tries a shot from a tough angle, and Garrity will cover for a whistle. Draw will be to the left of Garrity. Controlled by the Bruins. They come up top, Pitola. Shot, save made, no rebound given. 5:31 left to go here in the second. Draw will be to the right of Garrity. Charchenko fell down. There'll be a scrum for it. They battle along the boards. It squirts free to Armstrong Kincaid. He looks for Charchenko. Charchenko up ice. They'll say no icing for some reason, so the Toros catch a break. Mishak looks it free to Pitola. Goes ahead. Tyrion Shouty on the far side. Gains the line. Looks to cut to the middle. Instead he drops a pass. That didn't work out. Armstrong Kincaid. Across for Baumgartner. Owen Baumgartner into the zone. Looking to center. It's broken up. Stibbe finds it. His shot's blocked. Armstrong Kincaid had to dig it out from the official skates. Kicks back to Krull, who's met there. Pitola throws out to neutral. Long pass ahead. Ness gains the line. Shields had Hargindegi tied up. Dump in doesn't work. Now it's back out. Toros have to touch up, and now they can pursue. Miller with 4:04. Palindrome on the clock in period number 2. Stops behind his net and plays off to the far side. Mishak gives to Miley-Mook. They come across for Hart. That's off the mark. Peyton Hart reminds me of, if your last name is Hart, don't give your kid your first name with the letter P. I'm not sure why. Just write the first initial and the last name on a piece of paper, and then use phonics. This is Sheriff. Riddle rings it in. Out of his net to stop is Garrity. Taken away by Ness. Ness starts out. Ness gains the line. Gets hooked down. Both players fell down. Now a long shot, save made. More pushing and shoving. .253 left to go in period number 2. Toros and Bruins are even at one aside.
Final 2 minutes of the second period will be the big back attack. We've already had a section winner tonight. If the Bruins score the final,
Westland, Buchholz, Russell, Bjorgi, and Wasberg. The quintet out for the Toros. Bruins doing Aberdeen wing level talking to the officials this weekend. Toros control the draw. Bjorgi intentionally puts one wide of the cage. He's looking to get it to the front. There was no lane through traffic, so he tried to go around it. Far side, Wasberg's pinned by Quinn. Around to the near point, Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking for a tip, bouncing puck, and then the rebound put up and over by Westland, who just got rocked, and that will draw a call. It's a hold. And the Toros will go to the power play. Already 1 for 3 on the evening. It won't be Almquist, it'll be Mishak who goes. .225 left to go here in the second. The Toros. The chance on the power play. Ness, Westland, Buchholz, Baumgartner, and Russell. Buchholz around behind, plays off for Russell. Russell drops it down low to Westland. Back up top for Russell, comes across for Baumgartner. Baumgartner gives to Buchholz. Buchholz drops it down low for Ness. Ness around for Westland behind. One timer that's blocked into the corner. Westland guides it around for Buchholz in the near side. He throws up top for Baumgartner. Baumgartner through traffic. Blockers save, and it ends up and out of play. Immonen, Armstrong, Kincaid, O'Connell, Stibbe, and Coet now come out for the Toros. 1:52 left in the period, 1:27 on the Mishak holding penalty. I can't imagine Armstrong Kincaid will be given the same amount of time and space he was last power play when he just absolutely sniped Miller. Coet looks across for Stibbe. Back up top for Coet. Coet rings it down low for Armstrong Kincaid. He's met there. O'Connell trying to dig it out, finds Immonen. Immonen rings it back to the point, quickly across for Stibbe. Stibbe looking to walk in, getting hooked, shot, save made, rebound loose, and kicked out. Coet. Immonen feeds Stibbe. Stibbe carries into the zone. It's poked from him. O'Connell tries a shot as he got rocked. And a good save by Miller. Meanwhile, Immonen working behind the net. Goes to Stibbe. Stibbe looking for Armstrong Kincaid. Plays it back to the point in Coet. Coet down the wall for Immonen. Immonen drops to Armstrong Kincaid. He booted it, and it got sent the length. 26 seconds left on the power play. Stibbe carries with speed through the neutral zone. Can he wrap it? He can't. It comes back to him. Stibbe gets help from Westland. What do we got coming? What's the call? I think it's going to go against the Bruins. It is. Schubert. So with 25 seconds left in the period and 1 second left in the Mishak penalty, another call goes against Schubert. A slash. So Toros will finish the period on the power play, most likely. Bruins tried to put 4 guys on the ice right away. That's not how that works. They have to wait for the Bruin to be released from the box. He is. Side of the net. Broken up, and now the Toros are in neutral. Westland gives to Ness. 8 seconds left in the period as Ness tries to get his way to the front. He's forced in behind. And the puck is cleared. That'll do it for the period, but the Toros will have a minute 36 of carryover power play time. To start the third, we will take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toro fans. Kyler Clevin here to tell you hockey can be rough, and so can driving in North Dakota winter. If you have an accident, bring your car or truck to Minot's Finest Collision Center. Corey and his staff are clearly Minot's finest. Call them at 701-839-0989. Minot's Finest Collision Center. They are really Minot's finest.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Welcome back inside the Riverside Arena. We're through 40 minutes of play. Toros and the Austin Bruins are even at aces. A power play goal for Milamuk in the first, and a power play goal for Armstrong Kincaid, his 18th of the season, in the second. All the scoring we have to speak of. Joining me now, Toros assistant coach Shane Wagner. And Wags, before we get to it, the play overall, a couple specific incidents I wanted to ask about. The equipment issue for Ben Garrity. What was that, and is that all straightened out?
I have, to be honest with you, I think a clip just came off his helmet, and he needed to get it fixed. And we were either going to switch with AJ's helmet, or they wanted him to come out so he would get it fixed. But yeah, I think it was just a broken clip that we switched out quick and got him back in.
Awesome. And then the second one, what triggered Gabber to go into the bench? Was someone chirping at him, or what happened there?
Well, after the penalty, he kind of got into Char's face a bit there and gave him a shot as he was heading to the bench. And then Kuwait, being Brennan, stood up for Char, although Nikolai doesn't need much stand up for her. But that was basically it. So I have no idea what stemmed it, if it was one of those, we're going down, let's try to grab one of their guys as well, or something happened previous I didn't see.
Overall, a pretty good period for the Toros. Shots 11-6 in our favor, the one power play goal, and that was an absolute snipe by Armstrong Kincaid.
Yeah, that was that's an understatement there. That was from my angle, the thing was quick as anything, and even there's not a goalie that I can say would make that stop in any league, to be honest with you. That thing was a rocket, and that was right in the right spot.
It was good to see a power play goal come in as well. The power play of late has been a bit of a momentum killer for the Toros. What do you attribute the power play success to tonight?
Shooting the puck and winning those battles. I mean, for us for a while, it was just trying to find the right chemistry, and then the guys got to buy in that you got to work to be on the power play. And for a while, we were more or less one guy was working, but the other four were watching. Not that it mattered, but it was a lot of one-on-one, and right there we had a couple good passes, and Andrew Nick had the seam, and he put it away. It's just finishing the plays and being ready to go out there.
A minute 36 of power play time left over to start the third period. You hear about it on broadcast all the time. Does the fresh ice really help the power play that much?
You would hope so. If you're moving the puck well, it's got to be a little bit easier. To be honest with you, I don't know if it does help coming off of your first shift. You're still maybe a little tense. We have a little bit of time here to get things ready, and it's all going to stem if we win the draw, get the zone, and if we don't win the draw, if we have a clean breakout and grab the zone, we'll kind of stem because it's only a minute and a half.
Sure. Now, overall, this not quite the official halfway point of the season. Game 27 should have been game 29, but still 27 games in a year, about halfway through. You're at the Christmas break. Overall, what's your impressions of this club?
It reminisced my first year here when we kind of were about the same position, and we're searching for who's going to be the leaders and who's going to come in. And I think a few guys kind of hit maybe a high school slump here a little bit. And I think they're starting to come out of it. I'm starting to see a few guys start to learn from their mistakes. And to be brutally honest, I love the guys we have. They seem to want it and they want to be better. And I think being a young team, we're going to have these kind of fits mid-season. It's 27 games. That's the most that any high school kid has played last year. So now they're about to turn the corner, and now we got to go.
Last thing before I let you go, any Christmas break plans for yourself or your family?
No, just hang out with the family, to be honest with you. Spend some time. It'll be nice to be at home for a bit. And then on the Toro side, there's a lot of big showcases, the NA3 showcases this weekend as well. There's a PHL All-Star game that I'll be at tomorrow night. But just getting ready, and we're always looking for the players for next year. And maybe there's a few that will be coming in as our tender ads here in the next bit. But for the most part, I'm just excited to hang out at home and watch the little guy play hockey.
All right, well, we'll let you go get ready for the third.
Thanks, Ken.
That's assistant coach Shane Wagner. We'll take another commercial break here on the Minotauros Network. When we come back, we'll run you through all the numbers here on the Minotauros Network.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hey, Toro fans, Ken Oda here. Whether you need to insure your auto, home, or life, call the Miranda Schuler Farmers Agency at 838-8144. Or better yet, do what I do and stop in. They keep free candy on their desks.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
I guess I don't have to tell you that I've been unsatisfied with your performance lately. You're showing your age. I think I even see a bald spot. It's time for Tires Plus.
Tires Plus has the prescription to satisfy all your vehicle needs, from tires to repair. Stop settling for average performance. Trust your locally owned Tires Plus. Some common side effects may occur, such as family safety, feelings of happiness, strange smiles that last all day, free courtesy rides, and raccoon hands. Actually, that's not real. I was just checking to see if you're listening. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
The Job Connection brought to you by Classic Hits 1390 KRRZ.
Coulter Energy is hiring day supervisors, night operators, and field assistants. Must be able to pass a drug and alcohol test along with a physical. Must be able to work away from home in extended hours. Coulter Energy offers competitive wages, including drive time wage and non-taxable per diem, and benefits. Send resume to jobs@coulterenergy.ca or online at coulterenergy.com. Coulter Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
For info about this job and others, head to ClassicHits1390.com.
Toros fans, Toros goalie Ben Garrity here. You don't have to stop 100-mile-an-hour slap shot to make big saves like me. Download Fan Saves, the free mobile app on Apple and Android, and save big bucks all around town at Toros Partners. Places like Mattress Firm, Two Dark Motorsports, Applebee's, Qdoba, and Magic City Hoagies all give you ways to save. So download Fan Saves today and save money all around Minot just for being a Toro fan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hi, Toro fans. Kyler Clevin here to tell you hockey can be rough, and so can driving in North Dakota winter. If you have an accident, bring your car or truck to Minot's Finest Collision Center. Corey and his staff are clearly Minot's finest. Call them at 701-839-0989. Minot's Finest Collision Center. They are really Minot's finest.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota, the Toros. And Austin Bruins are even at 1 aside through 40 minutes of play, minute 36 of wraparound power play time for the Toros. To start the third period, Toros getting their 5th power play of the evening, compared to just 2 for the Austin Bruins. Making this one all that more important to cash in on, really, if you're the Toros, because you got to think they're going to have to kill 1 or 2 penalties at least in the next period. You'd love to be doing that with a lead as opposed to a tie game. 2 goals in this one, 18:58 of the first. Connor Milamuk, his 3rd of the weekend, 5th of the season from Dante Sheriff on the power play. That made it 1-0 Bruins, but Armstrong Kincaid from Immonen and Baumgartner at 9:45 of the second drew the Toros even, which is where we stand now. We'll take a look around the rest of the league. It took overtime, but Wilkes-Barre tops Jamestown 3-2. Maryland a 4-1 win over Maine. Johnstown gets the 4-1 win over New Jersey. Kenai 7-3 over Springfield. That's a final as well. Early third, Amarillo a 2-0 lead on New Mexico. Early third, Fairbanks 3-0 lead on Janesville. Topeka 5-0 over Odessa. Early third, the Magicians trail Chippewa 5-2. 4-0 the Wilderness over St. Cloud. Lone Star 3-1 over Shreveport. And the Bobcats do get a teddy bear goal, but they trail the Aberdeen Wings 4-1 at home, as the Wings look to start to pull away from the rest of the division. They've been on an absolute tear of late. In fact, the Wings 9-0-1 in their last 10. To make that 10-0-1 in the last 11, the only loss, a shootout loss to the Bobcats at home a couple of weekends ago. College hockey scoreboard. West Point tops Robert Morris 4-0. Niagara at AIC finish in a 0-0 draw. Notre Dame 3-0 over Penn State. That's a final, as is Omaha 4-3 over St. Cloud State in overtime. Colorado College and Denver are scoreless after one. Northern Michigan 4-1 over Minnesota State. Luke Volton and Grant Loven with assists there for Northern Michigan. Lake State over Bowling Green 3-2 in overtime. Eric Dopp takes the loss for Bowling Green. Ferris State 2-1 over Alabama Huntsville. That one's a minute and a half from going final. Northeastern 6-4 over Dartmouth. Michigan Tech falls to Clarkson 4-2. And Arizona State over Michigan State 4-3. That's a final. Johnny Walker gets the game winner for Arizona State. That'll do it for us here on the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll get you through the third and maybe more, as the Toros and Bruins are even 1-1 through 40 minutes right here on the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRZ and HockeyTV.com.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hey, Toro fans, Ken Oda here. Whether you need to insure your auto, home, or life, call the Miranda Schuler Farmers Agency at 838-8144. Or better yet, do what I do and stop in. They keep free candy on their desks.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place. You can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Toros fans, Toros goalie Ben Garrity here. You don't have to stop 100-mile-an-hour slap shot to make big saves like me. Download Fan Saves, the free mobile app on Apple and Android, and save big bucks all around town at Toros Partners. Places like Mattress Firm, Two Dark Motorsports, Applebee's, Qdoba, and Magic City Hoagies all give you ways to save. So download FanSaves today and save money all around Minot just for being a Toro fan.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. Toros and Austin Bruins even at one aside. The Toros will start the period. On the power play for a minute 36 or less. Working right to left on your computer monitor or radio dial, depending on how you are tuned into the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ or HockeyTV.com. Immonen and Almquist on the draw. Almquist wins it back. Shane Wagner talked about what an important face-off that was to start the period, giving the Toros a chance to get a controlled entry. Or the Bruins a chance to kill some clock. Bruins win it, and now the Toros have to dump it in. Toros gain the zone, though, and set it up. Pass across. Stibbe gets rocked. Toros still set it up, though. Baumgartner comes across for Stibbe. Up top, Baumgartner. Looking for a lane. It's tipped up and out of play for a whistle. 54 seconds left on the power play for the Toros. Top power play unit stops out, or stays out. Immonen on the draw against Riddle. Immonen wins it back. Stibbe gives to Baumgartner. Baumgartner, his shot's blocked. Up and out of play. Draw will be this time to the glove hand side, the left of Miller. Immonen and Almquist. Immonen wins it cleanly back to Baumgartner. Baumgartner into the middle. It's broken up. Stibbe, one-timer. Save made. Another try by Armstrong. Kincaid is stopped, and the Toros will have to chase. 36 ticks on the power play. Garrity banks one up on the near side. Armstrong Kincaid gathers from OC. Leaves off to the far side. It was not quite strong enough to get through to Immonen, and the Toros will regroup in neutral once again. 23 seconds on the man advantage. 20 as OC leaves it behind the net for Baumgartner. Pass was behind Stibbe, and the Toros are going to have to chase another dump. Baumgartner holding, just 5 seconds left on the Toro power play. Brennan Coet speeds ahead, gains the line. Coet leaves for Westland. Westland looks across, one-timer. Russell flubbed it into the corner. Long pass, broken up by Coet, but it's onto the tape of Jacobs, looking across for Sheriff. And Coet got just enough to keep that pass from getting through. A shot save made by Garrity. Rebound thrown in front by Sheriff, but it's onto the tape of Westland. Westy gives to Russell. Russell flicks one in behind the net. It checks up there. Played to the far side. Riddle gets rocked by Brennan Coet, and that's going to draw a call. And then Coet puts Shields down as well, but the Toros will be shorthanded. First they have to touch the puck. Tip save made, and Garrity dives back to get the cover. And now Sheriff going after Charchenko. Take the bubble off if you want to fight. You're old enough. And Sheriff just told the bench he's staying out. Coet talking to someone before getting in the penalty box. interference to call. So not that it was a bad hit, just a badly timed hit. And now Sheriff does go to the bench. I can't imagine a player trying to tell Marty that he's staying on the ice like that. Draw will be to the right of Garrity. 17:43 in the third. Ness to take the draw against Almquist. Ness wins it sideways. Baumgartner hammers it around to the near side. OC couldn't gather. Shields has it. Mishak speeds into the zone. Shot save made. Rebound cleared by the Toros. And it'll go almost all the way down. 140 on the man advantage. 17:20 to play here in regulation of a tie game. Mishak tries the far side at Almquist, carries over the red, and then drops it back for Mishak. He'll carry into the zone. No, he won't. He's poked at the line, and the Bruins will have to retreat and retrieve. This is Shields. He can't gain the line cleanly, so they have to chip it deep. Players come together behind the Toro net. Swept back to the point. Tyrion Shouty couldn't hold the line with Westland on his hip. Riddle trying to get away from Westland. He does. Speeds ahead, gains the line on the far side, then drops it for Quinn. Quinn gets stood up. Too many men is the call, I think. It is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bruins were on the ice. So that will do it for the Bruin power play. Welcome to Corey Thompson and Mark Klein. Tuning in. I don't know why the Bruins fans are protesting this call. Pretty clearly 6 guys on the ice. Just match them up with your fingers, folks. If there's extra players, you've got too many. Counting to 5 shouldn't be that hard for adults. Bruins control the draw. 4-on-4 play for 51 more seconds. Near side, Sheriff leaves it behind the Bruin goal for Shields. He gives it up and it'll be carried ahead instead by Pitola. He gives to Sheriff, who cuts in and drops for the trailer Almquist. Almquist spins it down into the corner. Peterson takes it there, chips to the far side. Sheriff had it poked away, and it goes to Russell. Russell couldn't quite hold on, and now his presence forces a cover by Miller. 11 seconds until the Toros go back on the power play.
All right, fans, I got the winner for the 50-50 raffle. First of all, if you have a red ticket, unfortunately you are not a winner. I'm sorry. If you
Draw will be to the right
number 751
of Miller, Immonen, Stibbe, Armstrong, Kincaid, and Baumgartner. The Toros going 3 forwards and a defenseman as they'll get a power play in 11 seconds. They control the draw. Over to Baumgartner. Baumgartner throws one into the net. Baumgartner. Just a quick flick. And it comes before the 4-on-4 expires. So the Toros lead by 1.
If you are the winner of the 50-50 raffle, I see a couple finger pointed. Down this hall by the Austin Youth Hockey Concession
A sneak attack by Baumgartner.
Please proceed there for your
And because that comes before Coette's penalty expires, the Toros will still get a power play in 5 seconds.
the Bruins front office, first door on your right.
This is Armstrong Kincaid dropping it back to Baumgartner. So Baumgartner, that's his third of the season. Flicks it into the zone. Toros can't chase that down, and it gets sent the length. 45 seconds of power play time coming here for the Toros. Baumgartner plays off to the far side. It'll be carried ahead by Stibbe. Stibbe chips it into the zone. Can't chase it down as he's held up by Mishek. And the Bruins clear it all the way down. Baumgartner holds behind the Toro net. 20 seconds left on the power play as they start out from behind. Pass up the middle and then dumped into the near corner. It banks back to the front. Bouncing puck. O'Connell couldn't find it fast enough. And it gets sent down the ice. Coette turns with it as the Bruins come full strength. Patty Bachoven chiming in that perhaps the Bruins fans are using Common Core math. That gets sent all the way down, and the Toros will chase. The Bruins were full strength, but apparently saved icing. Dahlin gets tripped down. That leads to a turnover. The puck shot into the corner. Toros bench not thrilled with that. No call. Jacobs quick shot. Blockered aside by Garrity. Banks back to the point. Another long shot. Garrity makes a good save through traffic. Dahlin. Back to Ness on the near side. He turns it over to Almquist. Poked free. Dahlin finds it. And hoists one. It will go far enough for icing. 13:39 left to go here in regulation. Toros lead. Two to one. So what's going on? They're trying to get the right guys, and they're not even close. $13:39 left to go. Bruins win it back. Schubert, long shot blocked out front by Ness. It pinballs around, and Garrity finds it with the paddle and pokes it to the wall. Turned over, though. Another shot, and Garrity soaks this one up, and the Toros will complete their change. Easton Thompson checking in, no doubt watching with Corey and Mark Klein. Drawn to the right of Garrity. Bruins control. It's in the middle. Shot save made with the stick. Meanwhile, they cycle it in the near corner. Taken away by Wasberg. Looking for Buchholz. It's taken back by the Bruins. Thrown to the near side. Schubert. Inching down. They put it in behind. Milema, who's been dangerous all weekend, plays back up top to Schubert. Schubert mishandles and then just throws it down in the corner. Krull tips it up into the air, and the Toros, Buchholz finds it, uses the glass to bank that ahead. Schubert keeps it at the point again. Buchholz into the middle. This time, Westland able to escape the zone. Westland rolls it deep and then gets dumped down for the effort. Big hit in the corner by Buchholz. That's a dive and a turnover, but Toros couldn't quite get it to the net. It was a one-timer blocked out front. Russell gets tripped up, and play goes the other way. A good stick breaks that up. Bjorgi then carries out. It's ahead for Immonen. Immonen working on Shields. Immonen has 2 assists tonight. Pass across, finds Shouty. His shot's blocked. It comes back to him, trickled into the blue paint area, but Armstrong Kincaid cleans it up and looks to carry out of the zone. Now he starts Stibbe ahead. The pass was long, but Stibbe chases it down, gets separated from the puck. Armstrong Kincaid wins it back. Touched back towards the point. Peterson keeps it. Peterson looking for a tip. It ends up in behind the net. Armstrong Kincaid has it broken up. It pops up high in the air. Peterson kept it alive for the Toros awkwardly. Into the far corner it goes. Stibbe stepped into there. Armstrong Kincaid works along the wall for Immonen. Immonen couldn't hold on, and now Baumgartner coming on a change. Pinches, and Sheriff gets by him. Charchenko's back. Sheriff dangles around, and he can't get it to go. A lot of excitement. But in the end, didn't even get a shot on goal. Pitola with a shot that's blocked. Baumgartner finds it and looks to carry out. Baumgartner gains the red line and dumps it deep. Sheriff, 11 minutes left. Bruins holding behind their bench, or behind their net, I should say. Pitola behind their bench would be a story. Not a lot of plays originate in the crowd. Meanwhile, collision at the side of the net. And now the whistle goes. As the Bruin player just laying, it was Jacobs just laying on Garrity's shoulder. .10:39 to go here in regulation. Toros lead 2-1 on Baumgartner. Third of the season.
Don't forget to stop on down to the official post-game destination of the Austin Bruins. It's the Bakery Lounge.
Hansen to take this draw for the Toros, wins it back. Baumgartner rings it around to the near side. It gets to Dahlin. Dahlin escapes the zone. Anderson has him tied up. Westland there in support. The puck gets sent back down to the Toros' end. Baumgartner has it there. Baumgartner plays it across to the far side, touched ahead. And this is Hansen. Hansen carries into the zone, has it poked free, but Dahlin's there in support, goes back to Hansen. Backdoor play, but Westland was tied up and couldn't finish into the wide open side. Toros control in their own zone. Coet and Wasberg playing catch. Wasberg plays it ahead. Hansen turns it back into the Toro zone. 10 minutes to play here in the third. Toros lead 2-1. Wasberg drops it back. Sheriff had to wait for Riddle to get onside. Now he leaves it off to the far side. Tyrion Shouty around behind. They battle in the corner. Puck squirts free. Riddle finds it. Riddle, shot from a tough angle. Save made. O'Connell finds the rebound and looks to carry out. O'Connell met there. Works it into the zone. Ness trying to poke for Hargindegi. It didn't go. Big hit by Krull as he just drops Riddle and then gets tackled by Sheriff, who then ripped his helmet off. Meanwhile, the puck's ahead for Ness. Ness. What's the call going to be here? He should be done for the night. Ripping a player's helmet off is an ejection. He should absolutely be done for the night, which would be huge for the Toros, as Sheriff with 24 points is second on the Bruins in scoring. And Hugh Larkin, their leading scorer, is not in the lineup tonight. An absolutely clean hit by Krull, and Sheriff just came and ripped his helmet off. The hit was on Riddle. Sheriff standing up for a teammate. Sheriff used to wear a visor, which would make it legal for him to fight. He now wears a bubble. But Sheriff should absolutely be done for the night. Instead, he's been given a 2-minute roughing penalty. They either need to start enforcing that rule or just get rid of it. It's stupid to have it on the books and then just not call it. Marty Murray making that exact argument, I'm sure. And now they're not even putting the draw in the offensive zone for the power play. So it'll be a draw at center. Why on earth would they put the draw at center? Bruins win it. And it's thrown the length. Garrity leaves it for Baumgartner, who speeds away from Jacobs. Baumgartner speeds into the offensive zone. Tries a shot from a tough angle. Save made. Rebound given right back to Armstrong Kincaid. His shot's blocked. Far side. Baumgartner can't quite get there to keep it. Baumgartner carries ahead again into the zone. Baumgartner wires it across for Immonen. The Toros will set it up. Taken away and flicked the distance. 1:18 left on the power play. Garrity has some trouble, but he puts it up ice for Stibbe anyways. Stibbe can't quite get that, and Coette will have to retreat and retrieve. 1 minute left on the Toro power play as Coette stands behind his net. Westland carries over the red and chips it deep. Ness wins the battle down low and chips it up top to the point in Coette. Coette sweeps across for Russell. Russell drops it down for Westland. Westland back up for Russell. Quickly across to the far point in Coette. Drops down low for Buchholz at the hash marks. Up top, Coette one-timer. Blocked in front by Traffic. Poked at, but eventually the whistle goes as the cover comes from Miller, who's played well tonight. Draw will be to the left of Miller. 7:42 left to go here in period number 3. Toros lead 2-1 and are on the power play for 29 more seconds. Draw kicked in behind the net. The Bruins get there first and throw it out to neutral. They'll roll all the way into the slot of the Toro zone. Kroll, who drew the penalty with a beautiful hit on Riddle, only to get jumped by Sheriff. Sends this ahead into the zone. Buchholz and Russell. Russell digs it out. It's a bad clear. Coette keeps it, gives to Kroll. Kroll looking into the middle. Touched back to Coette. Back to Kroll. Long shot through traffic. Save made with the blocker, and the rebound comes to the near side. Westland gathers on the near side in neutral. Carries into the zone. Can't cut through. And it's thrown up and out of play for a whistle, so the Bruins won't be allowed to change. That'll be treated like an icing. 6:58 left to go here in the third. Toros lead 2-1. Offensive zone draw coming. Ness, JoJo, and O'Connell in front of Bjorgi and Peterson. What's the reason for this whistle? Who will they warn? They warn the Austin Bruins. So Ness and Almquist on the draw again. Ness won it back. Shot from the point is blocked. And now Almquist comes across for Jacobs. Jacobs looking to center. No one home. Almquist taken off the puck by Peterson, and the Toros take over. Bjorgi Dumps it in. JoJo's the first to it. Hargindegi, tough angle shot, poked at, but able to keep the leg down was Miller. We will take our timeout when we come back. We'll have the rest of period number 3 here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, this is Dave Panko from First International Bank and Trust. I'd like to wish all the local athletes good luck in the upcoming sports season. We want to thank all the coaches who give of their time, help mentor our students through their example of leadership, sportsmanship, character, and determination. Have a great season. From your family at First International Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Live first.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can. The Riverside Arena Toros lead the Bruins by a score of 2-1. An actual hockey score. 6:34 left to play here in the third. Toros goals from Armstrong Kincaid in the second and Owen Baumgartner in the third have the Toros up. Connor Milamuk opened the scoring way back in the first period. No 5-on-5 goals tonight. A power play goal for each team, and Baumgartner's came 4-on-4. They're going to warn Ness. And now they'll warn Hart. Sorry, that's Quinn. Ness wins it. It's back to Peterson. Shot through traffic. Ends up at the side of the net. Ness battling there. Plays it back to Peterson. Comes across for Bjorgi. Bjorgi with that puck on edge. Shot one that got tipped wide by traffic. Ness out of the corner. Back up top for Bjorgi again. His shot blocked. Ness swept it towards the cage, but it didn't get through. Hargindegi leaves it in the corner. Quinn was tying up Ness. Hargindegi into the scrum. 3-on-3. They battle right on the Zamdor. 360 seconds left to go here in the third. Toros lead 2-1. Bruins come out of the scrum with it, mishandled. And now a good hit by Bjorgi on Jacobs as he sent that all the way down on net, so no icing despite it being fired in from the Bruin blue line. Buchholz cleans up a mess as the Toros were mid-change. Now Dahlin forced to turn back. Bruins getting aggressive, down 1 with 5:20 to play. Out to neutral, Buchholz sweeps it deep. Miller out of his net to stop. Guided to the near side. And then dumped in once the Bruins hit the red line. Garrity stops it there. Coet leaves for Buchholz on the far side. Buchholz tried to dump it in, but it hit the linesman, so it didn't get deep. Fortunately, the Toros regather in neutral. Ishak with it in his own end after the Toros dump it. Quickly up ice, the Bruins are on the attack. Shouty dumps it deep. Near side, Armstrong Kincaid gets help from Immonen. Drops it back for Armstrong Kincaid, who punches it deep. Miller stops it behind the net. Sheriff couldn't fight through, and the Toros take over. Baumgartner sweeps across to Charchenko, who just punches it deep again. Armstrong Kincaid out of the near corner. Up top, one-timer. Save made, and the rebound comes to the near wall. They battle along the near side, and it squirts free for Sheriff. Sheriff working on Charchenko. Tries to dump it in, and it's deflected up and out of play. Draw will be to the right of Garrity. 3:58 left to go here in regulation. Near Near side, they dig along the boards. Russell works it out to neutral. In neutral ice, eventually it's chipped into the Toro zone and then kicked right back out to Russell. Russell on the attack. Looks to dangle in. Shot save made. Rebound comes back to Russell, but he's held up. Almquist bumped off the puck. Turnaround try. Save made. Krull keeps this into the zone and just punches it deep for Westland. It's taken away by Mishak and sent all the way to the far side. Bjorgi coming on a change. Won the race to that. Toros dump it in and peel off to change. Bruins start up ice. 3:01 left in a one-goal game. Sent on net. Garrity chips it into the corner to keep it away from Sheriff. O'Connell into the middle for Hargindegi. Hargindegi leaves for O'Connell. Shot it wide. Ness guides it back to the point in Bjorgi. Bjorgi through traffic. Save made. Rebound loose. And now Miller gets on top. Players pair off. 2:38 left to go here in regulation. Toros still lead.
Hey fans, don't forget we do have a post-game skate with the Bruins tonight. You must have your ice skate to participate. The Bruins will be on the ice after.
Draw will be to the left of Miller.
Be available for autographed pictures and skating with your favorite Bruins players after the game tonight.
Bruins win the draw back in behind their net. Pressure coming from the Toros. And they take the puck away. O'Connell plays it up top to the point. Bjorgi looking for a lane. Shot. Save made. The rebound came to the near side. 2:19 left to go. Keeping an eye out the net to our left to see if Miller vacates for the extra attacker. Milamuk working against Ness. Milamuk walks out of the corner. Shot it just up and over. Net to our left is empty. Quick shot. That's blocked by Ness. And it caroms. What's the reason for the whistle? I think everyone just lost sight of the puck. I think that's what it comes down to. Is I don't think anyone knew where the puck was. So Miller will come back into the defensive zone. Eminem on the draw for the Toros. The Bruins win it back. As soon as they gain the zone, Miller breaks for the bench. He started to. The Toros didn't allow the Bruins to get possession. Now they have it. Taken away. Armstrong Kincaid sends one down the ice, but Sheriff was there to cut it off. Net empty again. This handled at the Toro blue line, allowing the Toros to take over. Charchenko looks up ice for Stibbe. Stibbe couldn't dangle through. 86 seconds left. Bruins start up ice. Almquist delayed offside. The Bruins had to peel back. Now it's Milamuk. Milamuk shot, sashayed into the corner by Garrity. Back to the point. Sheriff quickly back down the wall. 68 seconds. Riddle. This is the first time we've seen him since he got hit hard by Krull. Backdoor play broken up by the Toros. They had Mishak there. Just couldn't get the feed through. Riddle down the wall. Milamuk plays it behind the net for Sheriff. 46 seconds. Sheriff. Backhand feed out front. Follow-up try. Garrity makes the stop. The puck is still loose. It's under a body. Time ticking away. It was under Coet. Now Westland has it along the wall. Almquist steps into him. Milamuk plays it to the wall. Armstrong Kincaid finds it. Throws one out. It won't go far enough for icing, so Pitola has to play. Sends one up ice. Riddle touches for Sheriff. Final 12 seconds. Sheriff Taken into the corner by Kroll. Puck poked in behind the net. 7 seconds. A bouncing puck in front. Garrity gets across. It doesn't go. Still loose. And the Bruins tie the game with 1 second left. Unbelievable. Looks like we'll head to overtime. Garrity made the first stop. Literally 1 second from victory. For the Toros. And now we'll have to play extra hockey. We'll take a short break, come back with overtime after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Power up your career with Gooseneck Implement, inviting you to join our team at any one of our 13 John Deere dealerships in North and South Dakota. Gooseneck is now hiring for all positions, especially technicians. At Gooseneck Implement, we take pride in our family culture and our commitment to always reinvesting in our employees and our hometowns. To apply for a great job and invest in your future, visit gooseneckimplement.com. Proud to be your John Deere dealer. Gooseneck Implement, the power behind the paint.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Toros fans, Toros goalie Ben Garrity here. You don't have to stop 100-mile-an-hour slap shot to make big saves like me. Download Fan Saves, the free mobile app on Apple and Android, and save big bucks all around town at Toros Partners. Places like Mattress Firm, Two Dark Motorsports, Applebee's, Qdoba, and Magic City Hoagies all give you ways to save. So download Fan Saves today and save money all around Minot just for being a Toro fan.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena. The goal to force overtime with 1 second left. Credited to Dante Sheriff, who should not still be in this game after ripping Kroll's helmet off of him. Will Kroll with a clean hit on Riddle. Then Sheriff came and ripped Kroll's helmet off of him. That should have been an ejection. He should have been done for the night. Instead, at 10:46, he was called for a minor roughing. He gets to stay in the game after serving his 2 minutes, and he ties the game with 1 second left. He, Riddle, and Petola will start the overtime for the Bruins. Immonen, Baumgartner, and Armstrong Kincaid for the Toros. The Toros win the draw. They're working right to left in overtime, 3-on-3 in the extra session. Toros this year 1-1 in overtimes. The Bruins 2-2. Baumgartner elects to pull it back. Possession, almost the more important thing in overtime than scoring chances. Armstrong Kincaid trying to get to the front, shot off the outside of the cage. And now Riddle just falls down. Armstrong Kincaid's alone in front, but a good stick by Petola denies that opportunity. Now Sheriff turning back in his own zone. Toros get Stibbe on for Armstrong Kincaid. Sheriff skating all the way back into his own zone. That allows the Toros to complete their change. It also allows the Bruins to complete theirs. So Coet, Buchholz, Stibbe against Milamuk, Almquist, and Shields. It's ahead for Almquist. He drops it back for Shields. Shields met by Stibbe. He carries it around behind the net, does Shields. All around the world he goes. Now he hits the brakes up top by the blue line, and then like Baumgartner, he'll just pull it back out. Milamuk. Chris crosses with Shields and takes over. Milamuk, who's got 3 goals on the weekend, steams ahead. Cuts to the middle, gets stood up, and now a follow-up try by Shields on the loose puck was stopped by Garrity. Centering feed, that doesn't go, and now Stibbe will be the first to the loose puck on the far side. Stibbe has it taken away by Almquist. Russell and Quall are back, though. Almquist shot save made in a diving cover by Garrity, who then holds for a whistle, especially with Milamuk crashing down on him. And Garrity will have the draw to his right. OC comes on for Russell. No, for Westland. As neither Westland or Russell is really a center to take the draw. OC primarily plays wing, but he does play some center. And he wins the faceoff. Krull buys time and then carries up the far wall. Russell driving the net. He's beat his man. Can the pass get there? Tip doesn't go. Russell was absolutely flying up the ice. And a good feed from Krull just didn't quite work out. Now Krull mishandles. Gabber takes over, finds the trailer Mishak. Shot save made. Krull speeds ahead, picks up the rebound. 2-on-1 for the Toros. Krull has Westland this time. Krull delays, put it across. Westland couldn't pull the trigger on his shot as Gabber got back and tied him up. 2:11 left to go in overtime. JoJo, OC, and Charchenko now out. Sheriff carries for the Bruins. Sheriff lines it up. Starts up ice. Poked at the line. And now Petola did well to keep that from becoming an offside play. Back in for Sheriff. He gets dumped down by OC. Far side Quinn into the zone. Charchenko sweeps it off his stick, only for a moment though, and Quinn gets it back. 90 seconds left in the overtime. Petola to the side of the net, and Quinn cleaned up, and now JoJo has it. Argindegi puts on the brakes. The Toros turn to set up a controlled breakout. O'Connell goes to change. Armstrong Kincaid back on. Armstrong Kincaid. Baumgartner and Immonen. Armstrong Kincaid bumped on the near side. Puck squirts free. Shields was offside. As the Bruins took that away, Shields, if he gets that before it crosses the blue line, would have been able to walk right down Broadway. But the puck did just clear the zone. Toros win the draw. Baumgartner retreats behind the net. Baumgartner carries ahead into the zone, then for Immonen. Immonen shot gloved and held by Miller. The Toros' speed on display. Every time they get possession and can rush up the ice, they are getting past the Bruins. But Miller's been steady. Buchholz wins the draw back, but Sheriff steps in and takes it away. Mishak working on Stibbe. Shot save made, no rebound given. Mishak just couldn't pull away from Stibbe. Immonen comes on. Take this draw. 31 seconds left in the extra session. Immonen wins the draw. He'll retreat behind the Toro net. Long pass up, finds Buchholz. Buchholz works on Mishak. Baumgartner had his man beat, but the pass was tipped nicely by Mishak. And now Almquist starting up ice. Immonen ties him up. Just 5 seconds left before a shootout. Almquist plays it back to the point. Mishak shot blocked by Baumgartner. And that stung him. So we'll head to a shootout. To recap the scoring in this one. Milamuk from Sheriff at 18:58 made it 1-0 Bruins in the first. 9:45 in the second. Armstrong Kincaid, his 18th of the season from Immonen on the power play at 9:45, made it 1-1. Owen Baumgartner from Ville Immonen at 4:12 of the third during 4-on-4 gave the Toros a 2-1 lead, and now they've changed the scoring on the game-tying goal. Almquist from Sheriff at 19:59 to pull the Bruins even with literally 1 second left in the game. So now 3-on-3 overtime solved nothing. So we go to a 3-round shootout. The Bruins are 3-2 in shootouts this year. The Toros are 0-2. The Bruins won the only shootout between the clubs. The first shooter is Russell. Russell delays. And wow, Miller makes the stop. I thought that got through.
Shooting for the Bruins, first number 14, Joseph Mishak.
Mishak, the first shooter for the Bruins. Mishak wide to the left. Comes in, Garrity with the glove makes the stop.
Shooting for Minot, number 21, Nick Armstrong Kincaid.
Next up, Armstrong Kincaid. Serpentines up the middle, delays. Backhand try, it's in. What?
For the Bruins.
Nope, that was a goal. Armstrong Kincaid roofs it. This is Milamuk. Milamuk shot, fought off by Garrity.
No goal.
Next up for the Toros, Immonen. Immonen with a chance to end it. Carries in, delays, fakes, backhand try, fought off by Miller.
Shooting for the Bruins, number 12, Ben Almquist.
Garrity can get the Toros the win here. Almquist veers to the right, now cuts back towards the middle. Garrity holds steady, Toros win.
No goal. At the end of the shootout, Minot 3.
Toros win, final score 3-2. Toros improve to 14-0-2 when surrendering 3 goals or less. We will take a commercial break and then bring you a wrap after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toro fans. Kyler Clevin here to tell you hockey can be rough, and so can driving in North Dakota winter. If you have an accident, bring your car or truck to Minot's Finest Collision Center. Corey and his staff are clearly Minot's finest. Call them at 701-839-0989. Minot's Finest Collision Center. They are really Minot's finest.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can. The Toros get the win. They made it a little bit harder work than perhaps it needed to be. But a 3-2 shootout victory for the Toros. We'll recap it for you before we go. Connor Milamuk opened the scoring at 18:58 of the first period from Dante Sheriff on the power play. It made it 1-0 Austin Bruins. Armstrong Kincaid from Billy Immonen at 9:45 of the second. I think Owen Baumgartner had an assist on that as well. That made it 1-1 through 2. 4:12 of the third. Owen Baumgartner from Immonen made it 2-1 Toros, but Ben Almquist with 1 second left in regulation from Dante Sheriff tied the game. A goal that Dante Sheriff probably should have been on the ice to assist after ripping off Will Krull's helmet earlier in the game. 3-on-3 overtime solved nothing, so we went to a shootout. Russell was stopped by Miller in the top of the first. Mishak was stopped by Garrity in the bottom of the first. Then Armstrong Kincaid with a nice move roofed a backhander over Miller to give the Toros a 1-0 lead. Connor Milamuk was then stopped by Garrity. Immonen couldn't ice it away for the Toros as the third shooter, but Ben Almquist couldn't solve Ben Garrity, who stops all three shooters in the shootout, plus 31 of 33 shots in regulation and overtime to get the win. Miller makes 28 stops through overtime and regulation and 2 in the shootout in taking the loss. Next up for the Toros, Christmas break. Some time at home with our families. And then we return back to the Magic City to get to work on December 26th. Games in Bismarck on the 27th, in Minot on the 28th, and then in Bismarck on New Year's Eve. We'll get the Toros going out of the Christmas break. It'll be the official finish of the first half with games 28, 29, and 30 on the season. But for now, the Toros improve to 16, 8, and 3 and pull within 2 points of the Bismarck Bobcats, who fall tonight by a score of 6-5 to the Aberdeen Wings. The Wilderness beat up on St. Cloud 6-0. That will do it for us here. The Toros allow just one goal for the second time. No, they don't. They did allow the second. So still just one game with one goal allowed. Hopefully that will be the trick that the Toros can solve in the second half. If Garrity plays like he did tonight, that shouldn't be a problem. Until after Christmas, I'm Ken Oda, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Merry Christmas to all. We'll talk to you on December 27th from Bismarck.
This has been a presentation of Minotauros Hockey. Visit MinotaurosHockey.com to stay up to date on all things Toros. This broadcast was brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Minotauros Hockey, join the charge.